Hello, everybody, and welcome to another presentation from the FIAP Photo Academy online events. We are being joined by Pierluigi Rizzato. Pierluigi lives in Padua in Italy, and he is the director of the FIAP Ethics Service. But more importantly, he is also a very excellent photographer. He has both the MFIAP and EFIAP D3 distinctions. He will be showing us today some of his images that he has taken called Action in the Serengeti. So I am now going to mute everybody, and then so that we do not have any distracting noise in the background. So Pierluigi, that means you will have to unmute yourself before you can speak to us. Okay, so I'm still here, which is good. So before Pierluigi shares his screen and shows us his images, let me just do a little bit of an explanation for you. So Pierluigi tells me that when he travels to the Serengeti, he goes there by himself. He does not have a guide. So he is the guide, he is the driver, he just travels by himself, and every day he goes out into the plains looking for animals by himself. And in nature, every moment, every day is unique. It's one-off, it's unrepeatable, and everyone will be different from the previous one and also from the following days. So Pierluigi is living with the animals, and every day he chooses a subject and he tries to stay with that subject throughout the day, taking photographs. So he tries at the same time to make sure that he gets everything correct in the camera so that he does not have to do as very much post-processing. And of course, because it's nature photography, there is no manipulation allowed, no adding or taking away of elements. So what we will see from him today are the images as he captured them. So I'm going to stop talking now, and Pierluigi, I will ask you to unmute yourself and to share your screen, and we can start looking at your fantastic photographs, please. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Now we can hear you. Yes, now we can hear you. Yes.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you. And before you start, just to remind everybody, if they have any questions, please write them into the chat, and then I can ask them on your behalf to Pierluigi. Okay, Pierluigi, over to you.
Thank you. This is a first image of my preferred area in Africa, that is Serengeti National Park, northern Tanzania. We can roughly divide in two parts the Serengeti. Southern part that is plain, that is like the image we are seeing. From the first zebra to the last, we can see it's about 15 kilometers, 15, so very far, but very large, incredible area. The word Serengeti is a Maasai word, comes from a Maasai word that is Siringet, that means endless plain, plain with no limit, without ending. And in the southern part, you can see no tree. In the southern part, in rainy season, there is the famous migration of wildebeest, 1.5 million about wildebeest, 300,000 zebras, and so on. This is an image with rains. Sorry. This is more or less the same place with dry season, but not dry season. Dry situation, it means the same rainy season with no rain. 3-4 weeks without rains means all dry. Incredible, absolutely incredible how the situation changed. And I like to come back to the Serengeti because every day is different from the previous day and the following day. Every day. This is a foggy morning with zebras, and here we are in the late afternoon after the sunset of the sun, and we can see a queue of different animals on the silhouette, but if we know the animal, we can understand which kind of animal. The first on the right is a wildebeest. This is a female. The second is a calf, a young wildebeest. It's about 2 to 3 months old, and so on. But we can see even zebras. I don't know why. So, okay, this is a dawn. About half an hour before the sun will come up, and this was an incredible situation because the rays of light come from the from down. Normally they come from the sun inside the clouds, so from the center of the sky to the ground, and this is the different situation, completely different. This is another dawn. Every dawn, every sunset is different, by my opinion. Human eyes can't understand often, but the camera records always different images. This is a rainbow after a little rain, a complete semicircle rainbow. You can see the raindrops. And this is an incredible, this was once in a life, incredible sunset. You can see down the sun, the yellow is the sun going down, going to sleep. Some trees that are acacia trees with marabou storks, vultures on top. It is raining hard. Can you see my mouse?
Yes, we can. Yes.
Okay. Here it is raining hard, and it was raining hard. Immediately, suddenly, the clouds opened, and the sunset, the sun changed the color. On the right, red, on the left, blue, and it is still raining there. I saw this once in my life, and this red is absolutely real. No Photoshop. It is real as I saw it. This is a dawn with 2 giraffes. The light is in photography is always very important. And this is the first light of the morning. I suppose it is about 5 minutes when the sun comes up, and you can see the perfect reflection. You can turn the other reflecting, and you are in trouble in understanding which is the right one. And of course, luck is always required. I was lucky in this situation because the water is calm, no wind. With some wind, it was impossible to have this mirror. This is a very small bird, very colored. And this is a weaver. He is nesting, he is building his nest. It is incredible how it can make it with the beak like a sailor, up and down, in and out. It needs about 3 to 4 days to build this one. And then the female will lay down the eggs. This is a very rare animal. It is like a lynx. The name is caracal. Very rare, very shy, very difficult to find, very difficult to take picture because normally it is shy and running. In some case, with a quiet behavior from my side, without giving the animal any fear, because all animals fear the human, the man, even lion. If a lion see on the field the shape of the man, he will run away, unless the animal feel to have a menace. If he feels that he is under menace, it can attack. Only in this case. What I always say is that no animal see the man like a prey, like food. It can attack only if he feel a menace. And of course, his reaction can be very dangerous for the man. But normally, he will run away. This is another incredible light once in my life. Very early, the first ray of light of the sun. And it was orange light, like very rare in the morning. And it lasted about, I suppose, 3 or 4 minutes. And then the clouds covered the sun, and the image was completely different, very gray, very gray. I found this leopard. This is a male. I found this leopard 3 or 4 days before this image, and I came back every day to look for it. And this morning I found it, and I took some picture, and then I stayed with him. And the leopard went down from the tree and started to walk in the grass, high grass. It was very difficult to see because the grass was higher than the leopard, but the leopard has the end of the tail white. And when he's walking, the tail is up. So looking for a white point was enough to see where it was. And it was going hunting. And he hunted gazelles. We see it later. This is a cheetah, and this is a rainbow. To take this picture, I had to go down from the car, but if the cheetah saw me, he, of course, he would run away. So I went out of my car on the other side of the cheetah, and I went under the car in such a way that cheetah didn't see me, and I was able to take this picture. This is another picture with a mother cheetah with 5 more cubs. It is raining hard, and the caps are protecting under the hair of the mother. This is one cub. Almost all the images are of different animals, different situation, different place. This is a cheetah female, and she's drinking. And I am using to immediate when I see an animal to study it, to look with binocular, to try to understand his situation. In this case, I saw this was a female, and it is clear that he is pregnant. He was pregnant, and this was my last day of my trip. I talked with the person there. I told him, I suppose that this cheetah is pregnant and it is almost ready to drop the baby. And 2 days later, this person wrote me, yes, you had reason, and the cheetah had the babies. This is important to understand the following behavior. I mean, first, if a female or a male, it can change, normally changes the approach for hunt, for example, completely different. A cheetah female will hunt normally gazelles or small young wildebeest. A cheetah male can hunt even adult wildebeest. Sometimes zebras have a medium size. So to understand the animal, the individual, is absolutely important to know what will happen later with this individual. This is a hyena, spotted hyena, and the sun is going down, sunset of the sun. This is a portrait of a hyena. We can see the hair. The hair means that in nature, the animal fight between them, between the same group, the same pride, and between and among different pride even. This is a fantastic male lion. It was raining a bit. Sorry. You can see the drops of the rain still here, no, the hair. And it was a really fantastic individual. This is another big male, very big male. And this is a lionesses hiding in the bush, ready to make an attack to the prey. It is, by my opinion, it is incredible how it is almost impossible to recognize. Really, I saw this lioness in the bush, and I waited almost 1 hour to see the eye, one eye come out in such a way to make a clear spot only of the eye of this lion. This is another very nice light, early morning. The blue is like we had orange with leopard before. Here we had blue, then background. It is rare, but sometimes it happens. Different variation of the color, and if you are there, you can register in the sensor in the file. Okay, now we start to see action, animal in action. Until now, we saw images of some portrait of white animal. This is a tawny eagle. This tawny eagle has just attacked a bastard. This is a small bird. You can see just catch it, and it move a bit, and then started to remove the plume to eat the meat of the animal. And here you can see that all the plume are removed from the bird and getting away. The bird is still alive. Can you see it's still alive? And the eagle will continue to remove the plume before start eating the meat. This is a secretary bird. It is a bird that normally look in the grass or in the small bushes, looking for any kind of prey, insects, small snake. In this case, he found a chameleon. Incredible. These are another kind of bird called ox picker. The size is the same of a merlot. How can you say merlot in English? No. Oh, okay.
Blackbird. Blackbird.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And here we can. This is a giraffe. They are on a giraffe, and they are removing. They are picking some hair to go in their nest to make a more comfortable room inside the nest. This is another eagle, and you can see a bird that is attacking. Probably, normally, the small birds attack the eagle or other bird of prey when they are close to the nest, and they attack to push them to go away. And you can see that the eagle closed the eye. He has a second, I don't know what is in English, sorry.
It's a film.
Yeah, perfect. To protect the eye from the possible attack of the beak of the small bird. This is a marabou stork, the family of storks. It is about 1.5 meters high, and the other one is a small bird, about 25 centimeters. And it seems, but it is not true, that the marabou is capturing the other birds. Really, the marabou stork was walking. The other bird has a nest in the ground, not far from here, with 2 eggs. He was laid on the eggs, and he saw the marabou. He thought that it was a possible danger, and so he started to attack. But he's flying 0.5 meter back, not in the same plane, but back. So in the picture, it seems that they are going in the mouth. It's not true because it's 0.5 meter back from this. Here we are a young zebra dead. I can say it is young because of the size and because of the color. If it is an adult, it will be black and white. If it is something like brown, it is still young. I suppose this zebra is about 1 year old. And I think that this zebra was dead, died because of health problem. Why I can say this? Because if it was a predator like lion, hyena, and so on, it will not move away from the prey, from the carcass, because it is the food for that day. So if there is none, it means that it died because of health, sure. And we have a stone eagle and two vulture faced, white-faced vulture, rare in the Serengeti. And you can see that they will try to fight to get the best position. Really, there is a lot of meat. So in 2-3 seconds later, they started to eat without problem altogether. This is a group of wildebeest, and we can see even back, they are coming down from a hill, a bush hill, and you can see that it is not raining since a few weeks because it is very, very, very dusty. And this is the situation of a bird. This is a female wildebeest, and the birth started. It is not so easy to see a bird, but I learned, I know exactly what to look for to understand which will be a female that can give a birth in 2, 3, 4 hours and follow this female. It is interesting to see that the black side here, you can see, is still in the placenta, but this is the nose, and this is the face of the young. So even if it will be a long event to come out, the calf is breathing by himself. So it is absolutely healthy. Okay, the calf dropped down, and here the mother is waiting that he will stand up and start to run. Sorry, you can see the placenta here. No, in 2-3 minutes, this small animal will run close to the mother. This is the fastest one, the wildebeest. In 2-3 minutes, it will run together, close to the mother. This is a Thompson gazelle, and we have another bird, just born. We can see it because it is still wet. So 5 minutes, 8 minutes, and just the time to remove the placenta. The mother will eat the placenta, and the baby is immediately looking for milk. And the mother now is trying to clean, to remove any kind of smell, or problem of smelling because of predator. The hyena has a very good smell.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And can smell from 1 kilometer and even more. Even grizzly the same. And so the mother is licking to clean, to remove any kind of smelling. This is a warthog. This is the mother. We can see the teeth. Okay. and this is the cub, the young, the son. And when the wild dogs are running, they always have the tail up, and none of the 8 legs is touching the ground. They are flying now. Leopard, which is a little bit more small leopard, not very big. This is the female with a young, a baby of about 4 months old on the tree. And this is the male leopard that we saw in the orange situation before, when I said that that leopard was going to hunt. He hunted this gazelle and immediately went up to the first tree closest. Why? To avoid any discussion with possible hyenas and lions that can immediately come and take out the prey. And since I knew that one leopard captured a prey, immediately we go up on a tree. I drove the direction of the closest tree and I waited that the leopard climbed up. And this is the final situation. Now the leopard is quiet. He can look from up the landscape, and in a short time he will start to eat the meat. This is another leopard that hunted a mongoose. This is a jackal, a golden jackal, and the small one is the son, and he is like to ask food. Jackals and the wild dogs are used to pour out, to regurgitate the meat that they eat. Yeah. They go on hunt, and normally the pups stay in the den and wait when the adults come back, and they regurgitated the meat. We'll see later with the wild dogs. And this young is waiting, is looking at the mouth with something is coming out. This is another kind of jackal, is a side striped because of the black hair on the shoulders. And this jackal found a ostrich egg. This is very big and very strong, and he's trying to break it. It's impossible for this. I saw lions works for half an hour before succeeded in breaking it and licking the inner. Jackal, this is a carcass of a gazelle. This is a male of a side-striped jackal and a vulture, and they are fighting to have the right to eat first. This is hyena, spotted hyena. These are wildebeest, and here we can see very clear that any animal understand the danger or not according to the behavior of other animals. In this case, the hyena is a predator, the wildebeest is the possible prey, but this hyena was walking normally. The wildebeest understood that she was not hunting, and so she is like playing. But if hyena stop and turn back, you will see all the wildebeest run away immediately. This is a hyena in the sunset against the light, with the rest of the carcass. This hyena was eating the carcass of this zebra, and there were some vulture around that disturbed a bit. Really, they don't go close to it until the hyena will go away. But hyena don't like to have people around when she is eating, and so is make them run away. This is incredible. Okay, you can see the wildebeest. This is a wildebeest of 2 years old, about. Is still alive. I saw the hyena with the behavior of a possible hunter. I was driving my car. I saw the hyena run. I followed driving the car, but running and following the hyena. After 2 kilometers, the hyena reached this wildebeest, and with the mouth catch it and drop down. In 20 seconds, you can see the damage. Paul, how do you say this part? Tooth and the...
So the jaws and the mouth,
okay,
covered in blood, yes.
The hyena has the most powerful of all other animals. Absolutely the most power, much more, 3 times a lion, something like 5-6 times a Rottweiler, a dog, no, the more Rottweiler. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's absolutely much powerful, and he is he broke the animal, but he's still alive. And this is another case of an attack of 3 hyenas with the wildebeest, and you see lion, cheetah, and leopard normally when they hunt, immediately they suffocate the prey. Hyena and wild dog start to eat from the belly with the animal still alive. Okay, this is another situation of hyenas. Young cheetah jumping, mother with small cub. This is a mother with 4 cubs, about 4 months old. It is raining. This is another situation. It is the same situation we saw at the beginning. It is raining very hard, and when it is raining, the predators like to go hunting, because there is less sight, less possibilities for the prey, for the herbivores to see the danger possible. And so they start walking and they start trying to approach the predator. And this mother with 5 cubs hunted these gazelles, and this is one, and this is another, because during the hunt they make like a zigzag, and to take this picture, it is absolutely necessary that you know where the prey will escape and in which way the predator will pursue, will chase. And I took position with my car. Of course, I opened the window, and at the end of my shot here, I was completely wet, completely. I was 2 centimeters of water in my car inside, but I had also the images. Okay, the cheetah hunted, suffocated, and waited for the calves. Called the calves that they will remain. They remained a little bit far, and now you can see clear that the mother is looking carefully, very careful, in the surrounding to see if there are dangers. That can be lions, hyenas, or other predators. It's very, very, very careful to understand if they can be dangerous, because in this moment the cubs can be in danger. And here you see the 5 cubs waiting for the mother, because they are not enough strong to open. They already eat meat, but they can't open the hair, the skin, and they must wait for the mother to open, and then they will eat the meat. This is a female, cheetah female that hunted a small gazelle, Thompson gazelle, and to take this picture, you can have 20 seconds, 30 seconds, half a minute, because the mother is walking in the direction of the cubs, so you have a lot of time to drive close and to take picture. In the hunting situation, if you are not there, it's impossible for you to do any picture, because if you drive in the direction, when you arrive, it's all finished. This is a situation of 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 cubs, but they are a little bit bigger. They are about 13, 14 months old. This is the mother, and this is a young, very young. So the mother let them to make exercise, to make practice. This is like a school, no?
Training, yes.
Yes.
Training.
The youngs stay with the mother until about 18, 20 months old. So they depend totally on the mother until that period. And after that, the mother push them to go alone. And if they are male, all the males of the same, all the brothers male will stay for life together. So if here we have 4 males, they will make a team in the future of 4 fantastic hunters together. If 3, 3, and 2. This is the same situation. Okay. The mother that is looking if there are dangers around. This is interesting because we have one young wildebeest. This is about 2.5 months old. I know because I know when they will the birth, the time of the birth is normally end of January, beginning of February, and here I am in April, so two months and a half about. And this is from, I can see for sure, from the hair in the neck, this is a young. Probably the age of this one is about 20 and 26 months old. It means that he is along from a short time, so he has some months that he can be in trouble because not so experted in hunt. And he tried to catch this one, and the calf turned back. He has a little horns, but nothing to do. Finish. This is interesting, absolutely interesting. This is a female, cheetah female. She left the cubs back, and she hunted this young wildebeest, but the mother had a reaction. So we can see exactly the moment in which, after capturing, because with the trip, can I say trip?
Yes.
Yeah. After trip, the wildebeest went down, but the action of the mother let the cheetah mother decide immediately to leave. Too dangerous because of the horns. If the mother had any news, not problem only for her, but even for the cubs, because the mother is absolutely important to provide the food for the cubs. Okay, this is a mother, and female can't catch adult wildebeest. This is a male, and this is a wildebeest 3-4 years old, and you can see that it is a very long fight, but it was successful. The cheetah weight is about 50 kilos. The wildebeest weight is 150, 180. But the cheetah succeeded in killing, suffocating. This is another hunt, and in this situation, I made a mistake. I made a mistake in choosing my position. I am too close. I cut the tail. This is full frame, and all the shot, and I was too close. This is another hunt against the light of the dawn, the first light of the day, and I put on the other side just to take a different image. I think that this is absolutely perfect to see how the cheetah hunt. And in this case, again, we have a male, because this is an adult wildebeest, and the cheetah will trip. You can see very well here. And the wildebeest will go down, and the cheetah will take the through, suffocating, and then with calm to eat. This is an old picture, but absolutely very, very incredible for me. The next moment of the cheetah is the trip. Three brothers, three males, brothers, together for life, are catching down a wildebeest, adult wildebeest. And the run that all four they did made the fog, the dust, like fog. And this helped me in the picture. Now, this is another situation. This cheetah is chasing the calf, the first wildebeest in the first in front of me is causally there. I was following the hunt, and we see the calf trying to kick, to defend. I call this picture Olympic Games, 100 meters. This cheetah, there was a group of gazelles, and this cheetah is not pointing to this, but to another. And I was following the cheetah, but I saw this situation, I like it, different than usual. Hippos fighting. The hippo is one of the most dangerous animals for men, for human being. The most dangerous is buffalo. At the second place there is the hippo. Lion is very, 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 very far. And here there is a situation not easy to see, not easy to see the picture about this. Hippos and crocodile. I stayed in this place for 4 days, from 6:30 in the morning to 6:30 in the afternoon, waiting. And I was lucky because it happened something. This and another situation that I will show you later. This is a crossing with dust. This one. In the 4 days, I had this situation. The crocodile attacked the wildebeest crossing. This was a very big crocodile. In this case, the attack of crocodile is over to a zebra. And this is to a wildebeest. And this is to a Thompson gazelle crossing the river. Sometimes the crocodile will attack even lions if they will cross the river. This is a very young cub. Is about 1 month old, a little bit more, 30, 40 days. And I stayed with this mother for 20 days. Incredible, fantastic. And every 4 or 5 days, the mother changed the hide, because there were four cubs, 4 brothers. And because of the smelling, they defecate, pee, and so on. The mother every 4 or 5 days move from one place to another, not very far, but they move. And this is the transportation of one. They are not so good in walking. This is even as shot. The size exactly as I shot. No crop, nothing else. And I like this because it is, for me, it is clear that these are the legs of the mother, and the cub is absolutely quiet, safe, absolutely safe. Here, no problem, no trouble, no danger, any kind of danger. And he is absolutely like absent from the problems of the world around. This is another young cub. He is climbing a tree, and the mother is leaving do what he likes, but she is controlling. She's always careful. This is a male that is thinking to mate, and the behavior of the female tell me that they are absolutely ready to mate. Probably in 1 minute, 2 minutes, they will mate. Fight between male and female. This is a fight with some problem. Blood, fresh blood, just for this action. A lot of hair, can you see? Hair everywhere. It means that the claws worked in some way. This is another way of suffocating the prey from lion normally, or they put the mouth in the throat, or they put in the nose in such a way to suffocate. This is an antelope topic. This is a hunt. And this is I have two images, and we can see the way to approach from the lion, in this case, the lioness. She was walking very, very low, and in this moment, she's starting running. And in this moment, probably this wildebeest show. But until half a second before now, no wildebeest saw the lionesses. And after a run, she chased a wildebeest. I will take some time to explain now the next image. I was driving and I saw a group of gazelles. I drove on, and 400 later, ahead, I saw a lioness, and she was alone. She was in the high grass, and the behavior, the body position let me understand that she was probably going to hunt. And the direction was exactly where I saw the gazelle before. So I came back to the gazelles, and I stay here waiting. I was not sure that the lioness should have to come exactly here, but I played the luck. Now, if the lioness is coming here, this will be the prey, one of these. And waiting, I started to take picture of the gazelles, and taking picture of the gazelles, taking picture without moving. My eyes was in the camera. I saw the lioness come towards one of these gazelles. Incredible for me. But what I want to say, I understood the chance of a hunt, and I came back and I waited in that position. These are wild dogs. Wild dog is like a wolf, and it lives only in Africa. It is the most endangered species in Africa. less than 6,000 individuals are still alive in all Africa. I like the wild dogs, not for, it is not a nice animal, but for the behavior of the species, of the group. Fantastic, by my opinion. Here, there is a hard rain, and there are some resting wild dogs. These are pups, 2.5 months, and the one coming out is from the den. There is the den. And these are curious pups, the same, 2.5 months old. They were 10, and you can see the two on the side, right and left, the two adults that they are patrolling and controlling the situation. These are 4 adults of the pack. This is the entering of the den. They are going in the entrance of the den to call out the pups. I told before that they are usually to regurgitate the meat. So they are coming back from the hunt. They are going to call out the pups and then to regurgitate a little bit later. This is renewing an entrance of the den. Normally there are 3-4 different entrances. An adult is renewing. Another adult is calling out. And this is exactly the situation. All the pups go close to the mouth asking for food. And the adult will pour out, will regurgitate the meat, and they will fight a bit to catch the pieces left from the adult. Here we have, I think, 3 images, different situations of wild dogs and hyenas. Hyena is absolutely bigger than wild dog, but wild dog is faster, absolutely faster than hyena. And the most interesting play of a wild dog is to bite the back of a hyena. They like so much to bite the backside of hyena. When they see a hyena around, they will run to her just to bite. This is an attempt to hunt zebras, but probably too big for wild dogs. But if they can find a young zebra outside or at the border of the group, they can try to chase. This is a successful hunt of a male of Thompson gazelle, and as usual, they don't suffocate. They will start eating immediately from the belly with the animal still alive. Here we have wild dog 1, wild dog 2. They were 8 in hunting, and they decided to hunt this calf, wildebeest calf, and this is the mother. And the mother tried to defend, but it was impossible because 8 of these they are arriving. And what I found incredible is the run of the other adults in the other way. Instead of run away, they are going, they seem to run in the direction of the wild dog. Wild dogs hunt normally even adult. You can see here blood. A few moments ago, the wild dog bited here with teeth. And the wildebeest tried to defend with the horns, but nothing to do. The hunting dog is together with the hyenas, they are the most efficient predators. They have a very high percentage of successful hunt. Lions are about 30%, 1/3 of the time successful and 2/3 missed, and even cheetah half times. Oh, another thing that you can see this wildebeest is adult, three years, sure, 3-4 years old, and the wild dogs attached and hold with the teeth hold, and this is completely freezed. Can I say freezed? Immobilized. I suppose that they use like hypnotized. Help me.
So it's paralyzed. It's immobile.
Not exactly. Yeah. And they will not feel.
So they don't feel pain.
Then pain. Yes.
Pain. Yes.
Okay, this is an old picture of mine, and I have finished.
Okay, Pierluigi, many thanks. There are some questions here, so let me start asking them. First one is to talk about your equipment. So what camera and what lens do you use?
Yes, I have a full frame camera, Canon. I have Canon, but Canon or any other trademark is for me equally the same, and 500 millimeters. The most of my pictures are 500 millimeters. It means that I must decide when I stop my car to take picture that I am at the right distance to use 500. F4.
So have you ever experienced a dangerous situation when you've been taking photographs of these animals, where you have been in danger?
No. I think not, because I think that if you learn a bit the behavior of animals and you learn a bit how to face an animal, it is always clear. I would like to make an example. If you have a dog, normally you have no fear of the dog. If you don't have a dog, normally you fear a lot of dogs. It's clear?
Yep.
Yeah, for me, it's the same. I suppose I have a dog, I have the animal, I have the lion, okay. So I think the animal give you a clear message, but normally all the animals fear the man, the human being. If when I am in the car, I am not any people in the car is not a man. There is a car that can be like a bush, like a tree. If you go out of the car, the epsilon of the man, the man,
the shadow
of the man make always fear the animal. And if they are not so close they will run away. If they are close, some animals can attack to defend.
Okay. And does that mean, Pierluigi, when you're out taking photographs, do you have a guide or a warden who has a gun traveling with you, or are you there by yourself?
Always. I drive by myself. I am the guide. I am the mechanic. I am the doctor. I must survive by myself.
Okay.
I learned. I have, I would say, a lot of experience. And it is a little bit different. If I decide that I want to take a picture to that lion, I move the car, and when I stop, I decide that that is the right position for the distance, for the light, for the possible action of animal. If there is another person driving, you have to wait a bit where he decided to stop, and then you have to tell him, please move a bit, and he doesn't understand, and move a bit there, and the action finishes, the animal will move, and
guidando lui.
Okay, I think so.
Okay, so one final question. What made you become interested in wildlife and in these animals?
Well, at the beginning.
Yes, why did you start taking these photographs?
Okay. I started to use the camera around more than 40 years ago. And I suppose, as everyone, my subject were everything, were all the possible subjects. I took picture of everything, but in a short time, since I liked wildlife, and I started to go to Kenya, I addressed it a bit. Still now, I am taking picture of everything, but 90% wildlife. I like wildlife, and what I want to say, and I know that nobody will believe me, but Hakuna Matata in Swahili, no problem. Is that I am not so interested in photography. I am absolutely interested in see, in live with animals, in discover new behavior that I never understood or I never saw. This is absolutely most important for me. Then if I take a picture, okay, if I don't take, I will take next time, but I want to see.
There are no other questions here, so I think lots, many comments from people saying how much they have enjoyed seeing your images. Oh, I'm sorry, there is one other question, which is what shutter speed do you use when you're taking the photographs?
High, fast. At least it depends, of course, it depends, but if there are with animals normal, at least 2000, at least. With a hunting cheetah, 3200, 4000. Using a lower exposure time, normally you will have blur, and the most of the trouble, of the problem, of the images of people are blurred, not so clear, and sometimes it's because of focusing not correct, but very often is because photographers use a lower exposure time than needed, at least 2000.
Okay. So some other questions have been sent to me. So what is the best time when you can see lion cubs? So what time of the year is best to see the young lions, the lion cubs?
The line?
Cubs, the young lions, the very young. Yeah.
Difficult to reply. In nature, the animal will decide. Statistic, I can tell you, replying with statistic, and wait, it depends on the place, because it varies, absolutely. In the Serengeti, statistics from January to May to April, by my opinion, but any time of the year, because the female will mate only if she is in estrus, otherwise impossible. If a male will think something about to mate, he will risk claws, if any kind of problem. Sure, it is impossible. The female will accept only when she is in estrus. So the problem is when she will go in estrus. Normally, when okay, it is periodically. I can't say you when it happened, but it is periodically. But I am sure that a female will go in estrus immediately when she will leave, when the cubs, her cubs that are still sucking milk will die. Immediately they will go in estrus. So what happened? The lions live in prides. In a pride, normally there is one big boss, one male, sometimes two or three, but one absolutely, and some females. If a new male will arrive in the area and will fight with the boss and will push it away, he will conquer the pride and he will immediately kill all the cubs. In such a way, the female or females, because sometimes there are more females. I saw in the same pride 3 females with cubs in the same moment. So it means that the boss will mate all. The new boss will kill, and so all the female will go that were giving milk will go in estrus, and the boss will have his sons. Correct? This is sure. So we can't know when a new male will arrive in a pride. You understand?
Exactly.
In the Serengeti, I saw statistically easier January to April.
Okay. So does that mean that that is the best time of the year to visit the Serengeti?
My reply will be from the 1st of January to the 31 of December.
So anytime is good.
Of course, there is different situation. There are different situations.
Yeah.
If you want to see all those news, wildebeest, all those wildebeest in the southern place, you have to go from December to April. If you go in June, July, you will see zero, none, no wildebeest, no at all. But since I don't mind wildebeest, but I like predators, lion, cheetah, leopard, and so on, they are all the time. There are individual or prides, they call resident. That means that they live together all the year in that place. And if there are 100,000 of wildebeest, any day it is easy. Supermarket is open every day, and it is easy to go and pick up something. But if there are no wildebeest, it means less food. So for me, photographer, if I see a zebra and I know that in the area there are lions and no other herbivores, I can follow the zebra and wait for the lions. Because if they want to eat, that one is the situation, the solution. Only that one. More or less, you understood.
So somebody else asked me, will you ever write a book?
I have two books. One, the first was printed by myself. The second has been printed by FIAP, that is Italian Federation, Association, Photographic Association, that appointed me author of the year 2013 and printed the book.
So how long would your typical trip last? And how far would you travel?
Yes. 15 to 25 days. 20 days, more or less. Okay. In the first week, you have to understand how is the situation in the area. So driving everywhere, you can see in that area there are a pride lion, the other area another pride lion. In the other area there are one cheetah female with 4 very small cubs. So worth to check every day and to go there every day. And so you start to understand the situation after 10, 15 days. If it's time to go back, you are losing a chance. So it should be okay to stay months there. But
and one final question. What is the best place to observe and photograph wild animals?
The best
place, the best location.
It depends. It depends from the subject, the species of the animal. It depends on the time of the year. It depends many, but you must think, you must understand, you must believe me if I tell you that I have been many times in the Serengeti. It means that, by my opinion, it's the best place.
And when you're there, do you stay on the roads or can you drive everywhere?
Interesting. Normally, in all the national park, it is not allowed to go off-road, to drive off-road. But there are some areas where it is allowed. And of course, I would prefer these areas. Otherwise, it was not possible for me to follow all the day one animal. It is clear. And in the south of the Serengeti, that is not administrative. Can I say administrative? Yeah.
Yep. Administrative. Yeah.
It is not called Serengeti, but it's called Ngorongoro Conservation Area. But the area is the same, but they pull a virtual border.
Yes, border.
After that border, it is possible to drive off-road. And I like that place, of course.
I think we definitely now have come to the end of all of the questions. So Pierluigi, on behalf of everybody who is here, who has attended, I would like to say many, many, many thanks to you for sharing your images and for giving us all of the information and all of the stories that you had to tell about each of them. It has been an absolutely fantastic presentation, and we have really, really enjoyed it. And everybody here in the chat is saying how well they have enjoyed it, and they are all saying many, many congratulations. So thank you very, very much. It has been absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
And for people who have been here, if you want to see this again, because it has been really, really good, we have recorded it, and in about 4 weeks' time, we will make the recording available on the FIAP YouTube channel. But the next edition of the FIAP News will have information about that as well. So I know Ricardo could not be here, but because of his other commitments, but I know Luis Franca is here from the direction board, and I think Luis just wants to say some thank yous as well to Pierluigi.
Yes, thank you, Paul. Congratulations, Pierluigi. On behalf of the FIAP Board of the Directors, I want to thank you for your excellent presentation. Thank you for sharing your outstanding photographs and your experiences in the Serengeti. There were incredible wildlife images, stunning. Congratulations again. Thank you very much for this presentation. And also to all of you for having connected to share with us this event. And we look forward to seeing you at the next FIAP Photo Academy event. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. And our next event will take place in June, and we will be joined by a man called Alan Ross, who for many, many years worked with the great photographer, the American photographer Ansel Adams. And Alan will be explaining about his time with Ansel Adams and showing us some of Ansel's photographs and some of his own photographs. So that will be also a totally different, but really same interesting presentation. So hopefully we will see you all then at that stage. So again, when we have the date and the time determined, we will send an email to everybody, let you know about it. So thank you all very, very much. And if there's nothing else, I think maybe we say goodbye to you all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Grazie.
Bye.
Grazie.
Bye bye all.
Bellissime.
Ciao a tutti, grazie.